If we are connecting, if we are providing a kinetic solution to a system, that time it's create a generalizer things, provide environmental benefits, which is creating a something environmental benefit. No harmful gases will be produced through a energy storage system combination with the RECS system. There are two combination. If we are seeing a potential benefits, what is the benefits? If we have CO2 reduction in and independence from fossil fuels, both are connected in comparison to the more renewable energy, less fossil fuel. The reduction of the CO2 reduction is not there. Independence from the fossil fuel is also not there. Renewable energy, less fossil fuel, matlab not dependent on the fossil fuel. We are not providing a fossil fuel energy, no combustion of the CO2, which is the main cause, which is the main cause generalize a CO2, which is generalize electricity through a fossil fuel. There are two combination is there again, on grid area and off grid area. On grid area means normally renewable generations. Off grid area is EV powered by electricity from less or non fossil energy resources. Means energy storage system will be provide a energy in a off grid system. Again, power fluctuation is there on grid area if power is mismatching, that time difficult to maintain power output, which is not consumed, which is not fluctuated, which is not controllable without a ESS system. So maintain a ESS system. ESS, what is the role of ESS system? Stabilize the power, high voltage, low, medium, and something. Main thing is the power fluctuation. To maintain the power fluctuation, stability, reliability of the system will be increased. If difficult to the undependability, which is not consumed, which is not fulfilled through a renewable energy system. Again, energy system, self dependency of the renewable energy power generation is not requirement without a energy storage system. This is the hybrid energy system. What is the meaning? Means without RES, without ESS, without a single system, we will not generalize a maintain a provide a reliable system, yeah, reliable, provide a reliable grid system. So we need a hybrid energy system to maintain the object of the grid system. Means provide a power, provide a provide a flexible system. So it is a play an important role. Without getting a hybrid energy system, we can't reduce the flexibility, we can't produce the power fluctuation, we can't dependency of the system, cost of the system, limitation of the RSS system, ESS system. It can't be controlled without a providing a hybrid energy system. Because if you are seeing, if we are only produce a generalized thing, generalized electricity through a RES system, we provide a ESS, but ESS has a own limitation, like a capacity of the system is very low, which is not fulfill a power management. So we need a alternate system to provide a power, power a grid system. So this combination will be provide a hybrid energy system. So energy management strategy will be a vital role in order to minimize both the size and the rating of the different ESS and PCS to obtain an optimal system operation. It is the responsible of creating power reference for low order controller of the PCS. Two different EMS are applied to same hybrid system formed by photovoltaic generation panel. a reversible fuel cell, and a battery. It is shown in a next slide. Okay, what is the how will we provide a different EMS to control the system. It is shown that when the EMS tend to use the battery, the fuel cell is rarely used. So alternate will be provide a power requirement. Fuel cell will be replace the solar, wind, and supercapacitor, SMES, flywheel, and so on. The alternate will be there to provide a energy. So we are not depending on a ESS only system. When the EMS tend to use the reversible fuel cells, the system efficiency and hydrogen generation are improved, and power requirement are satisfied without using the grid. If you are taking an example, alternate of the example, fuel cell, the system efficiency will be improved because energy storage system is another thing, but consumption of the supplies is transferred through a fuel cell. Next thing is the one of the use method. If you are not seeing a thing, one of the use method to distribute the power among the storage device is linear filtering. The power difference can be created using linear filter, distributing the power among the storage device depending on their response time. Again, what is the next problem is there? If you are resolving a power fluctuation, that time it's a response time. If you are seeing that a battery storage device is working like a capacitor, that charging and discharging will be high or low. It depends on our requirement. If you are seeing we need requirement a low response time, that time we will use the supercapacitor, but transient behavior is different to a ESS system. ESS means battery system. So require on the basis of the requirement, we will provide a different type of solution like a super. If we required a supercapacitor, if we required a fuel cell, if we required a SMES, if we required a flywheels storage device. If system has a more inertia, that time flywheel system is the best solution to provide a power in a grid system. But if the system has a if grid system has a fast and required a fast response time, that time supercapacitor based system is best to supply a power for a power management system. However, the main concern is the power distribution is there, which is resolved by the ESS system. ESS system is ESS system is not enough to coordinate the HES. The power losses of the storage device, their response time, and the state of the charge, the power energy limitation, in some cases, prediction of the power generated by the RES are some of the concepts that must be considered by the EMS. The what is the benefit is there? HESS benefit is there. Initial cost will be reduced, efficiency will be improved, and storage capacity and lifetime of plant is also improved because with the help of the minimize the dynamic stress of the secondary storage system and optimize the operations. Means if we are using a battery and fuel cell and supercapacitor, so we will be categorize yeah will be categorize the power through a controller. Normally, for example, if we are generalize a 3 kilowatt from the battery for 6 kilowatt from the fuel cell, and next power is transferred through the capacitor. So we will be optimize the operation, and burden of the system has been reduced through the HESS system. This is the controllable benefits of HES. There are different sources has been introduced to connected to a grid system, to provide a smart city in a system. What is the meaning of a smart city? Means we are categorize the hybrid system. We are categorize the energy storage devices to provide a optimal solution. For example, if we are provide a battery, supercapacitor, and SMES flywheel, which is used to integrate with the renewable energy system and alternating to provide a power in place of the fossil fuel. So what is the first advantage is there? Hybrid energy system, high renewable integration means consumption of the power is mostly provided through a energy storage system with the integration of the renewable energy system. We are not focusing to provide a power through a fossil fuel and nuclear power plant and diesel generator system. Second is the flexible system. Flexibility will be increased because if we are seeing it, a storage device will be used to consume our production for a power supply system, while another system is a unidirectional. There is no flexible to consume a power, only it is only generate a power. For excess demand will be provided through a energy storage system, while while if demand is low, that time it will consume the power. Though so flexibility has been increased, this energy will be stored through a energy storage system. Reliability and resilience is also increased. Optimized solution will be also provided through a this system. Means we will categorize the power which will provide a generation and demand of the load. Next is thing is the demonstration. Where is the demonstration means where is the plant has been established? What is the what is the role of the energy storage system? If you are seeing a Laurel Mountain plant, it is established in near about 2011. The consumption of the lithium ion battery storage facility is near about 32 megawatt, while another source is the 98 megawatt AES corporation will be provided through this one. So rated capacity is very high, but lithium ion capacity batteries also provide through a 32 megawatt in place of 98 megawatt wind farm will be provided in electricity. Consumption is low, but this is a combination of the RES plus lithium ion battery system which is placed in a Laurel Mountain plant. Second is the plant is in Japan. It is established near about 2008. Normally, we are using an NS battery energy system, which is combined with a wind power and solar PV generation system. Means normally we are providing a solar power generation and wind power. The combination is there near about 51 megawatt generated through a solar plus wind, while another resources 34 megawatt will be generated through this one. In this country, normally they are largest sodium sulfur battery assembled to provide a energy storage system. Next, compressed air energy system. Another example is there. This is established in Germany. A near about project is established in 1978, but at the current status of the production of the electricity is 321. The rated capacity of compressed air energy storage is near about 321 megawatt to provide a energy for a smart city for a grid. And last one is the ES project, which is a compressed air energy storage project, 110 megawatt. The world first and only utility scale compressed air energy storage facility in the United States, along with under of case in Germany, the only operational commercial CAS plant in the world. Near about 110 megawatt. Capacity is near about 26 hours. If production is not given, means production is not there, there are capability to provide a electricity near about 110 megawatt for a 26 hour. Rating is very high for a producer. For a producer, time period is also high, near about 26 hour for production of the something there. Next is there is the if you are seeing what is the barrier and solution. There are different type of barriers. Barriers means, and what is the technical barrier? Next is the cost barrier. What is the policy barrier to produce a electricity for a generalizer system? First is the technical barrier. Technical barrier, what is the limitation through a means technically means cost. Second is the power consumption and high storage capability. How will to store the energy in a high rating? It is a more complex to provide a technical barrier. First is the cost competitive energy storage technology. Despite its promising future from technical perspective, the primary barrier to implementation of energy storage project is the high cost of available technology. Second is the diesel engine are the primary power source for many rural communities due to lack of the technical expertise in other technology opportunity. Then renewable energy and other power resources are often ignored for traditional familiar diesel system. Next is the uncertainty on how storage technology will be used in practice and how new storage technology will perform over time in applications. System operation have limited experience using deployed the energy resources. So that time it is a technical barrier. First is the cost. Second is the renewable energy and other power resources, traditionally familiar diesel engine. So this will be provide a solution. Technical solution will be provided commercialized for a generalized electricity production through a diesel engine and renewable energy system. Improve battery assembly design to improve system reliability and performance. If we are focusing at assembly, means how many plates will be there, how will be converted electricity through a assembly of the battery. Means if we will increase the power capacity, the main focusing to how will be consume a power through a plates of the system or so on. Yeah, how will be generalize a chemical through a chemical chemical through a generalizer power for a grid system. Improve operation management of battery system, both centralized and distributed. Improve the efficiency of energy storage system and document technology performance through a testing and demonstration. Document and more effectively communicate the cost and performance of the energy storage system for application and the best practices for installation and operation. Means effectively communicate the cost and performance of energy system. We will provide a best practice for installation and operation. For example, if we need a 10 kilowatt, we will provide a 5 kilowatt power generation. That time it's create a low efficiency system and power management is not possible through this one. Next is the economic barrier. First is the lack of market, lack of price signal. It is also affected the energy storage system. Why we are not focusing on the system? Hello.
Say, sir.
Is it
Yes, sir.
visible?
Yes, sir. Visible it is.
Okay, okay, okay. L-
Mm-hmm.
Next is
Visible,
the
sir.
okay. Thank you, thank you. Next is thing is the lack of the market. The lack of the market and market prices make it difficult to and some things impossible depending on the situation for an energy storage developer to consider a resource to provide these services. Means if market is not there, that time we can't provide a effective solution a to a grid system for providing a cost management for effective solution to a researcher. Lack of the prices signal, difficulty in determining market prices for ancillary service make it challenging for independent developer to consider energy storage resources and complete against other resources in the procurement calls. In lack of price signal, if we are providing high price, that time it's create a problem. We are not providing a alternate solution if the cost is so high. So it is the main barrier to provide a energy storage system. The total cost of the storage system, including all the subsystem component, installation and integration cost need to be cost competitive with other non-storage option available to a electric utility. Electric utility, there are different things is there. If the cost system is very high, we can't provide a alternate solution to provide a utility in the alternative substitute of the fossil fuel RES and so on, and not as compatible. Compatible thing is presented in the market. While there is a strong focus on reducing the cost of a storage component, such as batteries or the flywheel, the storage component is still continue only 30 to 40% of the total system cost. So it is very high. If we are using flywheel, that time the cost is so high because we are using a combination of the generator and motor. The flywheel is so high, though energy storage is is cost is very high, so we are not providing a stable system for in the place of the cost. What is the economic solution? Second thing, we will define a fair market. Normally we are provider provider by energy storage system. Support needed market integration, where we will find a consumable, yeah, very easy way to find a less effective and less cost to a system to ensure a long term. If short term viability means battery life is so low, though it is not useful for a economics system. So we are focusing on long term viability for preference market solution for storage application in both regulated and non-regulated part of the system. Streamline the financing process for large scale storage system with the clear guideline on the documentation requirement. Incentivize the co-financing of the distributed electricity generation, means if we are not providing electricity technology with the integrated storage after assessing the risks and benefit of this approach, we can't provide a stable system. Without risk, we can't possibly lead. Explore new business model to overcome the barrier of high upfront cost of the innovative and efficient energy storage solution. Standardization is the key requirement for the cost reduction. Standardization can lead to lower transaction costs in the economy as a whole, as well as to saving for individual business. Last one is the policy barrier. What is the policy? If policy is not clear, that time it is create a problem to establish a energy storage system. So it is a main important part of the for the establishing a compatible energy storage system. A shortage of the information in the public issue and the lack of the consumer awareness and access to the information, it is the main problem to establish it. Means some people are not focusing on the policy, means the cost, lifetime. If lifetime is near about 1 year, so no one are interested to purchase it. If we are focusing what is the limitation, what is the maintenance cost, we provide a maintenance cost, so everyone are trying to purchase it. So information is needed for both large global corporation and very small local player to evaluate entering the market. Subsidized policy such as the capital subsidies are aimed at the short-term performance. Short-term subsidy is not effective or efficient in the promoting long-term performance. A lack of the government support, there is no support of the government in a rural electrification. So it's create a problem to establish in a rural area. Country lack institution, there is no institution where we are focusing, where we are generalize electricity, yeah, where is not provider comfortable zone, a comfortable institute where researcher is focusing on a production of the battery life and another issue which is resolved in this institute. So many state level government lack the capacity to properly address rural electrification need. And what is the cost? It is the main thing is there. What is the solution to provide a policy? Government set up the long-term policy direction for the energy. Regulator should be ensure uniform, at least not conflicting treatment, and ensure where possible coherent, comprehensive, and equitable regulatory treatment. Funders of energy innovation set out a strategy for the analysis and innovation of the energy storage technology, coordinating, support, and integrating the analysis of the potential benefit with the technology innovation. All thing is there. Fund will be provided. Whole system of the modeling and something so on will be providing the things. All thing is there. What is the role? What is the importance of the energy storage system? Demonstration is there. Many countries are focusing on that. But how will be implemented? With through a power electronics converter, which is the part of the this converter interconnection topology is there. The interconnection topology means how system is how energy storage system is connected to a grid system, yeah, or RES system without knowledge of it. What is the limitation? What is the barriers? What is the disadvantage of that topology? If you are connecting at directly connected, that time losses will be occur in this. So there are different things there to obtain flexible dynamic performance and effective solution to a hybrid system. The interconnection topology HPS means hybrid, a main protocol, main system, hybrid energy system dictate a control flexibility. Controller is there to provide a dynamic performance, efficiency, and lifetime of ESS. HPS means normally a renewable energy system, which is a unidirectional, and second one is the HES, which is a bidirectional. Two can be connected the system directly or through power converters. If we are connected directly, that the efficiency of the system will be reduced, because if we are seeing the capacitor, if we are providing a fluctuating voltage, a fluctuating power with the RES system, that the lifetime of the system will be reduced. So it is a main concern when we will be connected through a directly, or when we will connected through a power converter. Power converter play an vital role. Without power converter, we can't convert a controllable power to a grid system, yeah, to a connected to a RES system. The directly connection offer a simple system architecture, low cost, and control complexity. The use of the power converter ensure decouple control of the HPS and HES and offer enhance the power regulation. Power regulation means power management system is there. If power is low, that time frequency is also affected for a AC grid. If you are connecting to a DC grid, that time power fluctuation is there. Power fluctuation is directly affected the voltage and current power quality of the system. Ripples of the system will be increased if the power is not controllable. So it is the main thing is there. How will we decouple through a HPS and HES system? HES can be either connected to the DC bus or use a separate DC to AC converter to connect with the AC bus. Means there are two processes will be there. If we are all the system connected to a same common bus, that time system is known as the common DC bus. And after that, we will connect it through a DC to AC inverter and AC system. Second thing is all the DC source will be converted to AC bus, and we will provide an individual inverter for all the system to provide a AC system. There is no DC bus is there. We are connected to a directly connected through this one. Interconnection topology can be classified into passive, semi-active, and active is there. The selection What is the passive and semi-active and active? It will be shown in a next slide. What is the connection will be there to get a effective solution for a energy storage system. The selection of the topology firstly varies based on the system requirement and the function of the energy system. A critical analysis of interconnection topology is presented to represent for a things. So there are different things there. Direct connection to device is a passive topology, and second one the connection by power converter for long term and short term. This is the basic thing. Where is the series topology? Means if you are seeing battery DC to DC converter, then SC it is directly connected to a series, and then power is transferred to a traction motor. So that time its combination is known as the series topology. What is the advantage of this? Normally, if we are directly connected to a series connection, that time we will increase the voltage level of the system. What is the drawback? There are two connection is there. First is the if your battery is current has a very high ripple, that time supercapacitor will have a more ripples in a providing a voltage across it. Next is the parallel passive topology, means B connection is there. Battery and supercapacitor is directly connected as a parallel connection. There is the no power converter, so it is known as the passive parallel passive topology is there, which is directly connected to the load. Next is the active topology. What is the basic difference is the parallel and passive active and passive topology is there. What is the basic thing is there? If we are connecting through a power converter, that time it is known as a active. Otherwise, it is known as the passive topology when we are not using a converter of the system. So if we are, it is our requirement, how will be connected through a converter or not. So first of all, what is we see what is the passive topology? Passive architecture is the simple approach to interconnect SPS to the system. The ESS are directly connected together without employing a power converter. The matching voltage level ESS with the DC voltage or load voltage is a requisite for direct connection. The passive architecture resembles parallel operating synchronous generator where the load is shared based on the impedance ratio. If impedance ratio is not same, that time parallel combination will be not possible because losses will be there. Impedance ratio is high for a system. The power consumption is KVA rating of the system will be differ for a high impedance ratio. It is a more near about if a system has an impedance ratio is high, the power KV rating system of the system is high, or requirement of the KVA rating is high for high impedance ratio. So it is a more complicated to match a impedance ratio for a passive architecture configuration. If the load shared based on the internal resistance of ESS and its output characteristic, where the resistance is greatly affected by the temperature and instantaneous state of the charge. Resistance, if we are increasing the temperature, means and instantaneous state of charge is high, losses will be more in a resistance. So resistance of the system is already affected by the temperature and the instantaneous state of our charge. More power and more voltage drop across the resistance, so the efficiency of the system is reduced when we are using when we put a high resistive system. Next is the passive interconnection topology is there. HPS HES directly connected, but this DC supply is connected to a DC to AC converter. Here, what is the difference is there? If we are DC to AC converter, normally we are providing a AC voltage through a DC to AC converter. So why we are calling as a passive? Why we are calling as a passive while we using a DC to AC converter? Normally we are saying that because HPS and HES is directly connected. It is not connected through a inverter or DC to DC converter. If we are using another connection, so we will called as a active connection, but it is not possible. It is not connected. Look like that. What is the limitation of this system? N- no control flexibility and power sharing varies based on the source impedance. Means if we are not using a if we are not using a power controller, so flexibility and power sharing is not possible because source impedance is differ. It is not constant. Impedance ratio is different thing is there. ESS are vulnerable to cascaded failure during contingency as they are directly connected to the system. The voltage of ESS should be strictly matched with the DC bus or load voltage. It is not possible in this case because there is no power directly connected to a HPS, yeah, RES to ESS system. There is no converter is there, no controller is there. So voltage control is not possible through this passive topology. The other solution will be semi-active. Here we will connect a DC to DC converter. HES again there is no converter is there. Normally it will be provided semi-active. The HPS is connected to DC-DC converter. Normally active device will be presented to connected to through a. What is the advantage and what is the requirement of these things? The peak power requirement of the system are satisfied by HPS in a passive device. Power is not controllable because there is no controller. A controllable device is there, but in this case, power is controlled through a DC to DC converter. Means voltage will be controlled through a DC to DC converter, and power is again not controlled because energy storage is directly connected to the common junction, a common bus to a system. Semi-active semi-active topology with controlled SC and controlled battery have been analyzed. The power converter of supercapacitor is oversized to handle the pulse power output. So another option will be taken as to provide a maybe supercapacitor. If we take a short time operation, time constant of the system is low, that time we will be use the supercapacitor. If we have a high power high time constant, it means inertia of the system is high, that time another solution will be provided energy storage is flywheel. For example, if we are using a wind energy system, inertia system is very high, the solution is there. In this case we are not providing a supercapacitor and very fast active devices is not connected to a system, that time because it is directly connected to a DC common bus. So we will provide a flexible system, we will provide a reliable system, and these cases we will provide a battery system, yeah, flywheel system to maintain the inertia of the system in case of the wind energy system. Third one is the active system. Another DC to DC converter. What is the advantage? If we are HES is connected to DC converter, the power is the controllable. DC to DC converter may be unidirectional, bidirectional. It's depend on our implementation. Sign कर
नहीं सर हाँ सर काफ़ी है ये आपकी काफ़ी दे रहा है काफ़ी आपको दे रहा है इसका साइन
ये भी तो दो
नहीं नहीं इसको साइन कर दीजिए
तो कॉपी
काफ़ी ये दिया है
अच्छा ये है पीछे
कभी तो चला
गेट बंद कर देना. So what is the active device? Normally we are introducing another DC to DC converter. Cost will be high is another problem, but we are focusing at common DC buses, DC to DC converter. Power is a control through a one DC converter and DC to DC converter. Second one, if you are using an energy storage system, that time it is a bidirectional, unidirectional. It is depend on our requirement. Requirement is there for controlling a power. Second thing is the power flexibility. Power flexibility is also which is not achieved through a semi and passive component is there. So with the help of the this combination, we will provide a common system to get a flexible power grid system. This is the if we are talking about the comparison of interconnection topology of ESS to form a HESS. First is the passive, semi, and active. If you are talking about the cost, low in case of the passive. If you are talking about the semi-active conditions, that time it is a moderate because we are using a only one converter is there, DC-DC converter. But if we are talking about the active devices, there are two separate DC to DC converter for controlling a power. It is a main thing is there, but all of the another factor will be considered. Cost is not a play an important role because we are providing a flexible, stable, and fluctuation of the system will be compromised, and it is should be reduced to provide a stable system. Second is the flexibility. Flexibility means passive. There is no flexible power is there. We can't control the power because there is no converter is there. Semi converter there is a flexible system because we are providing a controlled voltage is there but not is a power. We can't control a power because we are connecting a energy storage to system is directly connected through this one. Next one is the active. It is a fully flexible system. Range of control strategy adoption. It is if you are passive, if you are connected to DC to AC inverter, it is a possible, but control strategy is only for a controlling a voltage is there, but fluctuation is a DC supply is DC link capacitor. It is a very high, so it is a controllable thing is not possible. Ripples is also is in a there. Semi converter is moderate. DC bus voltage fluctuation, yes, there is directly connected, so fluctuation is there. There is no doubt. Fluctuation is directly affected the output supply of the inverter, which is directly connected to the grid system. So it is not a basically beneficial for us. Last one is the active. There is no DC bus voltage is controllable because we are using a two converter. Fault tolerance is not possible because we are not using DC converter and so on. Only HPS is there because we are using a converter. So fault tolerance is also possible in a semi converter. Only HPS, not is HES, is there. Active is same thing is there. Space requirement less, higher than and high. Control complexity. If we are using no converter, that time control complexity is not there. But drawback is also there. We can't control the anything is through this topology. So this is thing is there. Next thing, if your connection is also studies, but what is the next thing is the control techniques. Without control techniques, power fluctuation to provide a stable system, it is not possible. So different thing is there. Classification of HES control techniques. If you are seeing, there are different technique is there. First is the classical. Classicals means it is already exist but is not old. There are many things is there to control the voltage, power, SOC, charging, and so on. So intelligent, we are providing a intelligent system means maybe it is depend on our intelligence will be provided, means we are focusing on to control without impact of the system, without providing any impact of the system, like a ANN system, optimization system to control the power and so on. So if we are defining a classical system, filtration based control is there, rule based control, deadbed control, group control, and selective mode 5 is there, and many configuration will be there, but I am focusing and discussing only that controller will be provider system. Next is there intelligent model predictive, means we familiar about the predictivity of the system. Means what is the changes is there, which is controlled through a sensor, and again we repeat thing is there, that controller will be follow up the this problem achieved through this one. NNF FLC, optimization based control, unified control, hierarchical control, supervisory control, and feed forward control, and robust control. This is there. First of all, what is the filtration based control? If we are seeing, it is a control system. Normally, what is the thing is there are two controllers there. What is the voltage controller? Second one is the current controller. What is the achievement? What is the basic thing is there? First is if first thing is there, if we are providing a constant voltage across the DC bus, otherwise it will create a variable voltage on a AC side, which is not possible. If we are providing a controllable current is not there, that time it's create a power fluctuation is there. So there are two control technique is presented for a control of power and voltage of the system. What is the meaning filtration based control? So filtration based means we are filtered all the ripples, all filtration of the all the ripples, very irregularity of the power generation system. So first of all, we will outer side is a voltage controller. We will provide a constant voltage because we are controlling a VREF. But this voltage is directly affected by the battery current, supercapacitor current, SMAS current, maybe so on, which is another desirable things. So they if we are these pulses are controlled through a PWM generator. If we are two converter is there, that time SWN1 and SW2 is a pulses which is control the power converter, because power converter is made by the power semiconductor devices. PI is the proportional integration which is used to minimize the controllable parameters. What is the advantage of this? Faster dynamic response and has minimized computational burden. If you are using a PI, if we are using PI. Second is the filtration. We are providing FLPF, means filtrate the low. We are providing a low pass filter in a total current. Means ripple of the system, means high frequency component has been eliminated through this filter. The oscillation which is provided in a system has been controlled this controller for providing a stable system. Second thing is there various type of ABC filtering, means filtration means we are providing a filter in a system with the help of their two configuration is there. Uh, First is the conventional. There is no feed forward control. Feed forward control is directly connected to a system. To system means normally we are using a power. Power is management through a feed forward controller, PHFN and PLF. This thing is there. So in classical, there is no role of the power. So we are directly introduce a feed forward controller. With the help of the feed forward controller, what is the disturbance occurrence through a feed forward power imbalancing is resolved through this feed forward filtering base control circuit. Next is the common thing is there, droop control. Droop control technology, there is a droop control, we are normally voltage controller in which we are providing a droop coefficient like a RV. RV is the droop coefficient. With the help of the droop coefficient, we will control the voltage. If voltage drop is occur, then we will increase or decrease the RV to control the voltage drop across the system. KP, KB, and KIB is a PI controller to provide a delta VREF, and IOB is a disturbance, which is a droop control coefficient. With the help of the droop coefficient, we will control the voltage across the converter of the system. If it is the equivalent circuit, means normally it is a there are two system is there. First is the battery, second one is the supercapacitor. Means there are two configuration will be taken for a generalizer for a controlling a power of the system. This is the droop control topology. IOX is the output current across the R11 या R12 in which we are controlling a power. GX is the PI controller, DX is the current controller transfer ratio, and COX is the battery coefficient across the load system, which is used to control the voltage of the system. Last one is the, if we are focusing on intelligent control system, to overcome the limitation of the classical control based EMS technique, a real time intelligent based techniques such as adaptive PMP, meta heuristic, and MPC are developed for the application of the energy management in HESS. Means what is the main problem of classical? First is the intelligent, means they, if any suddenly change, classical is a not classical approach is not focusing to manage this one. Some spike is there, which is controlled through a intelligent technique. There are many intelligent technique to resolve this that type of the problems. The system implemented with this technique were proven to have enhanced control performance. Control performance means voltage performance has been improved, current performance is improved, ripple is reduced, DC voltage ripples has been improved with the help of the intelligent control system, because we are providing a internal parameters like a PI control techniques. There is error compensation will be reduced with the help of the intelligence control technique. Time taken for the calculation each cycle is high, and another but problem is there. Time taken for the calculation at each cycle is high, and the system cost is also high, which is the problem, but is not impact on a system performance. The detailed discussion. First is the model. If you are seeing, one example is taken for providing what is the intelligent control system. If you are seeing model predictive control. Model predictive control is an efficient and systematic technique used to deal with the restricted multivariate control problem, typically in process control of the industry. The greatest benefit of MPC is that it is enable optimization of the current time frame. Current time frame means if we are taking time constant of the system is very low, so it is create to control or synchronize the system to achieve a proper, yeah, it is to achieve the stable system. So it is a beneficial if we provide a current time frame where system is optimized, means to achieve a desirable output with the help of the model predictive control. Model predictive control is likely to predict future incident and can thus take corrective step. The author implemented an off-grid base wind PV via MPC to observe the SOC, load variation, and level of the hydrogen tanks. This is the basic thing. Where is the main thing is there. Normally we replace the PI controller. We are implemented a MPC state and delay feedback. Current is directly fed to the MPC. The observation is taken any changes in a PI controller in a current. It is directly controlled through MPC. That time it is algorithm to provide a common IFC, yeah, battery current for a system. Second thing, neural network and fuzzy logic is another solution for provider intelligence system. This is the basic block diagram where will be implemented a fuzzy logic and controllable device. First thing is there, if we are seeing DP, in this case, we are controlling only a power, not a voltage the thing. So with the help of the low pass filter, oscillation and will be reduced through a LPF. This power is directly controlled to a fuzzy logic controller. Maybe it is a depend on ANN controller to provide a desirable output, which is provided through our active converter system. So with the help of the active converter system, it will be provide a desirable power for generating a stable operation. So if different thing is there, critical analysis of intelligent control strategy of HESS. If we are seeing ANN feature and limitation, what is the limitation? If we are focusing on limitation, then we will be assume a next generation will be provided next new research on a different evaluatory method intelligence control system to provide a stable system. So what is the ANN? ANN, if you are using ANN, the method consume high computational time as member functions are tuned by trial and error basis, which is resolved by next process near about evolutionary method. The selection of parameter can be done on the random value, which may take time to give optimized solution, and sometimes result may not be accurate as expected. So different limitation will be there. If you are seeing MPC, without accurate model of the system, the controller will not functionable. Computational burden will be increased. Computationally intensive is also there, means burden on the system is increased. Accuracy of the system will be reduced if we are seeing the MPC limitation. Robust controller, the implementation of this type of controller is complex due to involvement of immense calculation in every switching period is there. So there are different technique will be there. First is the classical and this last one is the intelligent. Intelligent play an important role. The time consumption and high computational time has been reduced in comparison to classical system, but drawback is all the system has their own drawback. Like ANN has a computational membership function. It is based on a trial and error basis. Last heading is there, case study. There are different case study. If you are seeing is example of the PV cell and energy storage system. If we are seeing the simulation parameters is there, in the last simulation result is there, load power and PV power is not same. So this problem has been resolved through a ultra capacitor battery bank capacity to control the power, yeah, to control the load consumption. Otherwise it will be create a problem. This is the comparison of the system. There are two technique will be has been used. One is the intelligent, second one is the classical system has been to generalize this one. If we are seeing the voltage system has been improved with the help of the intelligence system and so on, and association of the system is also improved by the help of the this one. Case study, there is the active generation. Normally we are implementing this one. What is the thing is to provide a generalized hour power. Last one is the hybrid energy DC system. How power is the generalized to control the system. Normally in this case, there are two PV cell is there, two converter is there. Normally this is the active example of for a generalizer DC grid. Last one is the battery is there. Bidirectional converter to control a power. This is the problem when we are using a power of the when we are controlling a power. There are different things there. BDC current is the battery current. There are two mode is there. One is the charging mode, second one is the discharging mode. With the help of the controller, we will control the power of the system. This one is the power of the system for controlling a with the help of the DC control system has been reason system. Last is the challenges. What is the challenges and future direction? If we are seeing what is the challenges to achieve an effective solution for a system, the investment on ESS is showing an increasing trend in the recent year. It is a primarily dictated by RES and microgrid. Infrastructure development in the present system, the battery and SC are widely used for grid connected system. Creating awareness public for enhancement of HES technology toward achieving the reliable power supply to the consumer. Means if you are not aware about HESS, that time it's create a problem for a consumer and power production system. Providing a support, if you are not providing an infrastructure, not providing a subsidize of the system, it's create a problem. Next is the cost, poor energy market, growth, time management, power quality, universal guidelines. जो mainly is the barrier of the technical system is the more challenges which is resolved. If it is not resolved, that time it is a create a problem. The advancement of the HES need modernization and breakthrough in a long lifespan, minimal cost, and high security. In addition to that, the following recommendation and worth addressing in the near future. An intelligent EMS controller with the superior performance of HESS will facilitate the adoption of the smart grid, smart city, or microgrid in the near future. So HESS can enable the development of microgrid ranging from the medium scale to large scale toward the transition of the smart grid. Innovative approach of energy internet for the future energy supply and distribution system will highly depend on the performance, flexibility of the HESS system. There are different challenges like lifetime, cost, and so on. So there are different challenges will be there. This is the references. And topic has been covered all the thing which is the nearly problem creating and what is the role and so on. Thank you.
Dear participants, any queries? Any queries from participant sides? Thank you, sir. I thought participants has no queries. So thank
Okay,
you
sir.
for
Thank you.
giving your valuable time, sir, for such a nice lecture. I hope that participants has got something from your lecture and it will be benefited to them in their research work. So thank you. Thank you, sir.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Thank
Thank
you.
you,
Thank you.
audience.
Participants, your tomorrow session will start at sharp 10 and link will be same. Okay, thank you.